Hi, my name is Chloe,
And my name is Kristen.
and this is our website about the Cold War in Cambodia. So basically, after World War II, United States and the Soviet Union became rivals to prevent each other from gaining too much power since they were the masterminds of the world, and this tension between them was known as the Cold War, and it lasted from 1946 through 1991. North Vietnam and South Vietnam fought against each other in 1955 through 1975, and they were fighting for communism, and South Vietnam and the United States fought together against communism. And this is our map showing how Cambodia was clear hotspot for battling.
As World War II transformed both the United States and the Soviet Union, turning them into formidable powers, their political rivalry led to the Cold War. And in the Vietnam War, which took place during the Cold War, Cambodia was fighting their own war. Cambodia was neutral in the Vietnam War until North Vietnam, or the North Vietnamese Army (NVA), and the United States brought war into Cambodia. To stage war against South Vietnam, the NVA decided to establish bases in Cambodia, where President Nixon decided to bomb and airstrike the NVA's bases to attempt to weaken the NVA's fighting abilities, however, bombed Cambodia in the process. According to History.com, in 1975 the Khmer Republic fell to the Khmer Rouge, which was led by Pol Pot, which is shown in the image to the left. A division of the Khmer Republic was communist, and the US tried to help the Khmer Republic by sending food and ammunition, however stopped due to the fact that the US Congress did not want to support communist forces in South Asia. The support from the US plummeted due to many US citizens getting drafted and not coming home. So that led to the US essentially pulling out of the war and led to the leader of the Khmer Republic to surrender to the Khmer Rouge. From 1975 to 1979, for about 4 years, Cambodia endured extreme violence under the Khmer Rouge.
So basically, Cold War in Cambodia was a significant hotspot during the war both between the United States and the Soviet Union. And although Cambodia was decolonized by the French after the war in the 1970s, Cambodian monarchy was replaced by a government that named themselves Khmer Republic, and he asked North Vietnam to remove its troops from Cambodia, but North Vietnam just ignored the request, which then the US provided assistance to the Khmer Republic to resist resist these insurgents and presence of the NVA by providing food and ammunition to the Republic during the Khmer Rouge 117-day siege, but stopped when the U.S. Congress refused to provide further assistance to the anti-communist forces in the Southeast Asia. And this is a picture of President Nixon giving an analysis of Cambodia, and this is another picture of how the survivors shift through the rubble after the 1974. And basically, according to NSA archives, tape between Mr. Kingser and Nixon, there were no budget limits when it came to going offense against the NBA. And President of the United States, Nixon did not want gunships but wanted to go a battle of airfare. And according to the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, it states that U.S. leaders at the time contended they were supporting a legitimate Cambodian government against aggression by communist Vietnam forces. And this basically means that U.S. leaders even helped Khmer Republic against communist Vietnamese forces, and provided Republic 117-day stage by providing food.
So in 1975, U.S. soldiers were getting drafted, and many of them didn't come home. So many protests started um, to arise in the U.S., which made the U.S. pull out of the Vietnam War. Um, After the Vietnam War ended, the Khmer Rouge rose to power and had a communist-like government. The Khmer Rouge held power for about 4 years, and the Khmer Rouge declared many enemies to the state, including well-educated people, Buddhist monks, urban dwellers, and people who had connections with previous government officials. And um, others faced the violence under the Khmer Rouge. People who were resistant were killed, and many Cambodians were labeled threats, and they were tortured and or killed. Um, more than Some forms of torture were starvation, medical experience, untreated diseases, forced marches, forced labor, and more. More than 1.6 million Cambodian civilians were killed, which would be considered the Cambodian genocide. This picture is a picture of the killing fields in Cambodia where there was a lot of victims. Some of the lasting traumas from some survivors, um, there were specialists that were basically highly educated people. So that was doctors, architects, school teachers, students, and technicians, and any kind of skilled workers. And these specialists were taken places and asked to write autobiographies about themselves. And they the Khmer Rouge wanted them to tell the truth. However, if they told the truth, they were killed, or they disappeared, or they were taken to prisons. And um, according to the Proc Con's witness statement, um, for every single interrogation, the interrogators tortured a prisoner if they didn't get the information they wanted. And some of the things they used to torture were electric wires, pliers to remove nails, use needles to stick under the nails, and more.
And these are some of the terms that relate or to the Cold War in Cambodia. And there's further explanations if you can read below. And these are our bibliography, meaning our citations
And sources.
yes. Thank
Thank you for watching.